Hey everybody, it is Margaret and I am here with my good friend Young.
Hey.
We're going to talk about the Printful and Etsy integration. Yay.
Yeah,
Yeah.
exciting stuff.
Yes, so you were the first person I know that jumped onto that.
Yeah, it's funny because, I mean, I don't want to sit here and take credit for anything, but I did a Facebook Live video about two and a half weeks ago. And then, on the whole Etsy Printful integration, because I found out by accident, and we'll get into that story, but then it just kind of went viral within the community. Yeah, it's been fun. I'm slowly scaling Etsy and Printful, and it's interesting. It's fun.
Yeah, absolutely. I just started. Well, I'm juggling so many things, so
Oh, don't even get me started. Yeah.
so I have a few. Well, I've gotten more and more up there, but I have some questions about it too. So I haven't made any sales yet, which is why I wanted to have you come on, because you have had sales, and I've had a lot of people
I've had
asking.
sales, but here's the thing. So I mean, I'm only 2.5 weeks into this, so it's not like I'm an expert. But you've been selling on Etsy for some time, so I think this will be a good conversation where we can both learn. Because you obviously have experience on Etsy and I don't, and I've had some experience on Printful, and like I said, I've had some sales. So yeah, I mean, this is definitely it'll be a fun conversation, and hopefully we can both learn from each other.
Yay! I always learn from you, Young.
I hope so. Sometimes I do a little trash talking here and there, but it's all in good fun. I don't ever, I always tell people don't ever take me seriously.
No, and that's the thing. Like I've known you for a couple of years now. We've met in person twice, maybe
2 or 3 times. Yeah.
Yeah. So it's like I know, like when I hear you on plugging the show, you have a podcast with Glenn called Merch Minds on iTunes and other platforms, and then also you have your website, which is really awesome, called Geek Hustle. And yeah, definitely sign up for his email list, because I get email. He doesn't bombard you with emails, but the information he sends is really useful. So.
Oh, thank you. And that's the website. Unfortunately, is not complete, and that's one of the projects that I'm really behind on. But yeah, the content's there. Sign up for my email if you guys want. There is some good information, in my opinion.
Yeah. Okay. So break it down. What is this Printful Etsy integration? Let's just jump into it.
Yeah. So Printful Etsy integration. The best way I can really describe it is it's. Well, I'm sure most people know what Etsy is by now. So you can list T-shirts, apparels, other print-on-demand products on your Etsy account through Printful. And if you guys don't know what Printful is, it's a company that fulfills and print-on-demand your designs. And like I said, about 2.5 weeks ago, I found out by accident I was on Printful to work on my Shopify store, which unfortunately is collecting some serious dust. I haven't done much with it. But there was a video. It said, oh, we're now integrated with Etsy. And I clicked on the video. It's a short video, maybe 2-3 minutes long. I was really intrigued. Uploaded my first design, and then within the first 2 days, I had a sale. It was organic.
Great.
Yeah, and it was organic. And I was like, huh, like interesting. So I started uploading more and more designs, and as I've been uploading the designs, I've been getting more and more sales. So that's pretty much where my attention's been the past couple of weeks. And I see a big potential. I mean, I think and I know that if I just keep uploading quality designs, I know I can make some decent money. Because Etsy has, I mean, and I looked into this. Etsy, like in the last 6 months, they had 200 million visitors on Etsy.
Mm-hmm.
That's a lot of traffic. I mean, it's not Amazon traffic, but it's a lot of traffic. So there's people on there shopping.
Yeah.
I'm sorry, you were going to say something?
Well, because I've been on Etsy. I actually started Etsy before I started selling on eBay, like vintage items. And I find, especially in Q4, my Etsy shop outdoes my eBay shop pretty much through Q4. So because people are looking for unique gifts, and when they're thinking about unique gifts, that's, you know, Etsy is like a place that they like to go. So
yeah,
I'm really wanting to jump on it before, you know, Q4 is like in 2 weeks. So
yeah, Q4 is coming up, and for the people that's waiting on merch, this is probably the next best platform right now. So if you haven't signed up, sign up now before they get overwhelmed and then they start restricting people. Because right now you can sign up, it's free. There's no wait time, so just sign up.
Yeah, absolutely. And so when you sign up with Printful, I should get your, I don't know if you have your link, but I have my link down below. You can, if you don't have an Etsy shop, you can sign up and get 40 free listings. I have a link. Did you hear that?
What was that? I gotta go. What was that?
That was thunder. That was thunder.
Oh, wow. I thought someone dropped something.
No, that was thunder. That was a surprise. It's not, it's like, I can see blue skies that way. And then there's like dark here. Anyway,
wow. I definitely heard that. That was loud.
We're live. There's no editing that out. So there's that link down below if you were wanting to get started. So did you sell on Etsy before? Did you sell like vintage items like on eBay and stuff like that?
Never. I had an Etsy account, but I've never uploaded anything. So. And that's funny because I did have an Etsy account, but I never did anything with it. It took me a few tries to remember my username and password and all that, but I was able to get in. And you know, it's the integration is super easy. I mean, it's, in my opinion, I think. I mean, there's a little bit more steps to it than Amazon, but I think it's easier than Amazon. And it's just, I mean. I read somewhere that there's a course out there or two that teaches people on how to do something like this, and I would say don't buy the course because it's just super easy. And if you guys have any questions, I mean, just email me. I mean, I'll be more than happy to answer any questions you guys have. I mean, it's pretty straightforward. Yeah,
absolutely. I did a couple videos. I'm gonna just, it's gonna boom again. I just saw a flash of light. Hang on.
Oh wow. There you go.
Okay, so I'm going to share this, and then we'll talk a little bit more about what all you can do with the Printful and Etsy integration. So I did this one, how to set up your Printful and Etsy integration, but I left out a step. So important. There's an important update. I forgot to tell you how to set your Printful production partner, which is super important.
That is important, yes.
So make sure if you watch that, make sure you check the update. Important update. So, okay, so why? Here's a question. Why is it so awesome? What can the Printful and Etsy integration do that you can't do on merch?
Well, I haven't read all the terms of service yet, but at least from what I can see, it seems like people have a little more freedom. You know how Amazon's super strict on the type of content and designs you can upload. From what I can see, I see a lot of stuff that obviously wouldn't fly on Amazon, so it seems like they give you a little more freedom. However, I would say you're probably best to just do the same thing that you're doing on Amazon because you never know, right? Again, I haven't read the terms of service or the content policy, so I'm playing it safe. I'm following the same rules that Amazon says to do, and because. Again, it's not our platform, but it is another opportunity for us.
Oh yeah. And I know that they have been cracking down on Etsy because there's a lot of like fan art on Etsy, not necessarily shirts and things like that, printables, but you know, just like I even had in my digital Etsy store, I had some like Doctor Who fan art, and I never got any notices about it, but I was like, I am gonna start taking that down because I heard that they started cracking down on people for stuff like that. So,
I mean, I will say this: I am doing a little more parody.
Yeah.
On Etsy, I mean, but I'm not. Again, you know, I'm not copying anything. Like the fonts that I'm using are all premium fonts that I purchased. You know, it's all original art. So I'm doing a little more parody stuff that won't be allowed on Amazon. But again, I just, you know, I don't cross that line where.
Yeah.
You know, I'm not gonna go get like a Doctor Who photo off Google and then just upload that, right? I'm not gonna do stuff like that.
No, and I do have a friend. I'm not mentioning any names, but I do have a friend who had an Etsy shop where they did things like that, and got shut down. And it wasn't like blatant, you know. It was somebody had asked him, like a band had said, "Can you make this?" They made, you know, made it, and then kept selling it after the band got what they wanted, and then got the account shut down. And Etsy is so strict about. There's not any kind of like, can I get my account back? It's no, you're out, you're done.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
Wow, because I know eBay, they're a little more lenient, because I've heard people get their account suspended, but then like within a few weeks you can get your eBay account back, but then they'll limit you on how many uploads and stuff like that. You know, you basically have to prove yourself back to get full access. But Etsy is just like, no.
As far as that particular case went, that was the story I heard from this friend.
Okay.
No,
wow.
Don't even email anymore. We don't want to hear from you.
Yeah. Well, so I mean that just goes and tells you, you know, just be safe. You know, put up original work. So yeah.
Okay, so I have more questions, but there are some friends that are here live in the chat, so I want to get to their questions because they came to say, hey, American Yesteryear says or asks, I've been selling on Etsy. I rely on my main store. I also opened up a second store for Printful. That's what I did too. I have a separate account for my vintage stuff, for my print-on-demand stuff. But I'm actually afraid to use it. I want to make 100% sure that Etsy endorses Printful. What do you have to say about that?
I don't really understand that question. I mean, if she's asking, you know, is Printful just, you know, did they get permission from Etsy? I mean, I'm sure they would. I mean, I don't think they would just do something like this without any permission. I don't think I would. I mean, maybe I don't quite understand that question, but I mean, if her question is, are they, you know, legally working together? My guess is, yeah. I mean, you don't just, you know, throw someone's logo on a video on your website without permission. So
yeah, and Printful's been around for a while, so they're not just like
they're a legitimate company.
Yeah,
they're growing big time right now.
She's like, I don't know, I don't trust it yet. I get that. Like it's kind of like when merch started, and I was like, it sounds too good to be true. I don't know, is it really real? But yeah, so far, yes. Okay, as far as that. Yeah, I mean, because you can choose Printful as a production partner, you know, because they have that little drop down where you choose your production partner.
Yeah, no, it's legit. You shouldn't have any issues. I know some people in the beginning, they're having problems creating their first listing. From what I heard, you have to create a dummy listing first, and then do the integration, and then delete the dummy listing. I don't know why they make you do that, but yeah, I didn't have that issue though.
Right. I had a few things, like I had a few, because in this particular store, I already had like a digital store set up where I had digital downloads. So I already had a few things there. So I might have had to do it like a dummy listing, but that was okay, I guess. I didn't think about that. Yeah. Oh, look, we got Chris, Bonafide Hustlers there. Hello.
Hey.
How's it going? Okay, so next up, E-Boy is asking, and E-Boy, twofer. I saw you earlier.
E-Boy.
I got my eyes on you. He was on we were talking merch earlier. So how are you getting traffic on Etsy? Are you doing traffic pushing yet?
So all my sales have been organic. So to date, I have 11 sales, and they've all been organic. However, I am experimenting with their sponsored ads and their Google shopping ads. And unfortunately, I haven't had any conversions yet. I'm getting tons of impressions, but no conversions yet. So all my sales have been organic.
Cool.
Man, I'm talking to Texas Gal Treasures. I got people walking in.
They're like, what are you talking about? Okay, so JJ's asking, how long did it take you to edit your listings, the tags, thumbnails, etc.? Says he's got, I think it's a he, have 200 and it's taking forever.
You know, it hasn't taken that long. You know, the only problem that I have really is when I upload my designs. So when I pick So Etsy, and correct me if I'm wrong, Margaret, you probably know better than I do. You can only upload 10 photos, right?
10, and that just started. It used to only be 5.
Okay, so you can upload only 10 photos on Etsy. So what I'm doing is I'm choosing 10 colors. So the problem that I'm having is when I upload my designs and then the integration happens, it's weird. It's you know, Printful will upload like 2 colors of the same. So basically 2 white, 2 gray, two red. So basically, I don't know if this makes sense. So basically, I will have 5 colors for those 10 slots.
That hasn't happened for me. I haven't seen that.
Yeah, so I have to manually go in and fix that all the time. That's the only issue that I've been having, but everything else has just been, you know, again, it's been smooth.
Yeah, mine hasn't done that, so yeah.
So you get each different individual colors?
Mm-hmm. Yeah, I think but I don't put up 10 sometimes. I do between 5 and 8, somewhere in there.
Try choosing 10 colors and then tell me, and then get back to me, because I'm interested to see what happens. But I've been having to manually do that.
So one of the reasons I didn't do that is because some of the colors, like, so Printful offers larger sizes as well than Merch does, like on the 3XL and stuff like that.
I saw that, yeah.
And so sometimes, like, I'll choose a navy blue and it'll say, oh, well, this is not available in, and so it won't push that. And so I just make sure I'm choosing a color that is available, because then they'll say, you know, you need to take off 3XL. I don't want to take off 3XL, you know, because then they're worried that somebody will choose navy 3XL and it's not available. But so I'd rather choose a color that's available for everybody. Okay.
No, I haven't done that. Usually I just uncheck that size if it's not available.
Oh, okay. All right. So, okay, so these are some of the questions you've probably seen before, because I grabbed some from the Facebook group.
Okay, yeah. Uh-oh.
I've been getting some sales, yo. I've had some nice sales today. I know, right?
Is that eBay?
That was an eBay sale, yeah.
Because Etsy has their own cha-ching on their app.
Yeah, it's a little more tinny. And I've had 2 Etsy sales today, so go. Yay. Go team.
All right. Awesome.
Okay, so how long did it take you to make your first sale?
It took 2 days.
That's really good, Young.
It was 2 days, and I only had 1 design up. Because like I said, I didn't really know about it. And I just kind of uploaded 1 design just to see what happens, and then within 2 days, I had my first sale.
You're like the design master. I'm just like, I know you don't share your designs, but I'm like, I just want to see, you know. I
don't even show Glenn. I don't even show Glenn, and to this day, he still flips out about this 1 design that I have where it's just 1 word, but it's almost selling every day, like multiple shirts.
Yeah.
He's like, oh, man, just show it to me, man. I'm like, no, I can't do it.
Yeah, I'm just like, because you have what, 400 shirts up or something like that on.
I have like, it went down. I have about 385 now.
And on Merch, and then you're making between, I don't know.
I've been doing consistently 3K, over 3K royalty a month.
I mean, it's like the golden touch or something. That you put up a shirt and it's like, boom, okay. It's like a hot commodity. Okay, moving forward.
Oh, no, we totally got off topic there.
Okay. All right, so somebody asked in the group, did it take long for Etsy to approve you?
No, again, I had an Etsy account. It took me a while to remember what my password was. But yeah, I had an Etsy account. I mean, isn't Etsy instant though? I mean, you shouldn't have to be approved, right? I mean, as long as you have a valid email address.
Right, yeah.
You should be able to sign up.
It's a trick question.
Oh, okay. See, I caught on to that.
Okay, so this is one of the things that I have a question about and that I've been getting a lot is how do you handle the Printful? Okay, there's a 2-parter.
Sure.
When someone buys a shirt on Etsy, what is the process there as far as money and printing and all of that? What has to happen?
Sure. So you have to have a credit card, and you put that credit card information on your Printful account. And so what happens is, so let's say Margaret was to buy one of my shirts. Since everything's integrated, when Margaret buys my shirt, one of my shirts, that information is now sent to Printful. Printful would charge me the wholesale price, if that's what you want to call it, for that T-shirt, and they'll print it, they'll ship it to the customer, and then the money that you paid for is held by Etsy, and then once a week I get paid out by Etsy. So you do need some form of payment with Printful. And I've seen some of the comments, and people are like, oh, well, that's a bad business model. Well, you know what? It's the cost of doing business. A lot of you guys come from the reselling community on eBay, and you guys are doing this. It's essentially the same thing, right? You're just paying for your products up front, right? Like when you guys go to garage sales or thrift stores and you guys source products, you guys are paying those up front. It's the same thing. It's just it's more hands off. That's all. Yeah, and I think merch has just kind of spoiled everybody for that. Like, yeah, but just you guys have to get over that, okay? It's look, there's a cost of doing business, and just that's how you have to look at it. Yeah. So let's say I don't, and again, I don't know exactly how much the wholesale price is. So let's say you sell your shirt for $20, and the wholesale price is what, like $10 or something? Yeah, it depends on the shirt. And I forget. It just varies. It depends on. Is it a tank top? Is it a crop top? Is it a unisex T-shirt? Yeah. So it depends, but when you guys choose your shirts, all the prices, all the information is right there. Yeah, and they give you all the fee breakdown and everything, and what your profit's going to be at the end. So yeah, all the information is there. It's simple, but yeah, definitely have a credit card. Yeah, I've got to see. I don't know if you can use PayPal. I'm not sure. That would be awesome, because then it can just in and out. Yeah. So anyway, I'll have to look. But I have a PayPal card, so okay. So I can use that. I need to see if I set that up. I mean, I guess Printful wouldn't let me go with it if I didn't have that part set up, right? Yeah. I must have entered something in. Yeah, I just put my my debit card information that I use for all my other businesses, whatever you want to call it, yeah, whenever an order comes in, they charge me, and then I get the difference from Etsy. Yeah, cool. All right, so family fun stuff. This one's a merch question. How long do they let you? Just got my shirts on Amazon merch. How long do they let you know if you sold? Oh, they'll let you know that you sold one. But you have to go into the dashboard and see. Yeah, it's pretty instant. It's instant. Okay, so Steve Buchanan saying, someone recommended doing a nicer mock-up with a person for the Etsy like thumbnail picture. Do you do that or no? I don't do that. I don't have the time. I just like the whole smooth integration. Like I said, I do a little more extra work because I have to manually put in the other colors that's missing. But other than that, I don't want to take the time and do all that other stuff. Do you fill in, like, they drop in a description of like what the shirt or what the product is? Do you add anything into that description about what you've got? I don't add anything. All I do is I use good keywords in the title, and then write what the shirt's about in the title. And then they give us 13 keyword tags. Yeah. Use that because they work. Because I've done searches using those keywords to see if my shirts pop up. And they pop up, so utilize those. It works. Yeah, and when you use those 13 tags, I know it gets annoying, but think about what people are going to search for. Don't just put girl shirt, boy shirt. Oh yeah, no, definitely, absolutely. Put scary clown T-shirt or whatever, Okay, so another question that I had, and I saw it later in the chat. I'm trying to go in order, but I want to make sure I hit this one because it's a biggie. How do they handle returns? Because it's bought through Etsy. So if somebody on Etsy says, I want to return this shirt, what do you do? So I haven't had a return yet, and I'm just kind of guessing here, and I could be wrong. When I did some reading, and Printful, they do say to make sure and put their address for a return address. So my guess is if there's ever a return, it goes to Printful, and then God knows what happens then, right? I mean, you either lose that sale, lose that money, but I don't know. I haven't gotten that far yet. But even if you do lose that money, again, it's just business. Chances are your sales you're gonna have more sales than return. So either way you're gonna make a profit. Again, it's the cost of doing business.
Yeah, agreed. It's I don't think it's gonna.
For some reason, people get freaked out about stuff like that. I don't understand why. I mean, my dad was an entrepreneur and working in the family business. I mean, he would lose money all the time, but he would make more. So.
Yeah, and well, I've never, obviously, I haven't done this with Etsy. I mean, with the shirts, but from selling on Etsy since 2013 for like 4 years or so, I think I've had maybe four returns on Etsy, like ever.
But those returns were coming to you.
Yeah.
Yeah. So I'm not sure how it works with Printful. Again, I haven't gotten that far. My guess is it would go to Printful, and from there you make a decision on what you want to do. Do you want to have it? Do you want to have it shipped to you or have them destroy it? I don't know.
Because I'm guessing, like, if it was a printing mistake, like it didn't print right, that they're gonna print a new one and send it off. I mean, that would be good business practice for them. But if it's just like, I didn't like it, they may not cover that.
Yeah. So that's a good reminder for me to go and read about that, because again, I haven't gotten that far yet.
See, I went and read, but it was just like Printful handles this on a case-by-case basis. There was nothing like set, cut and dry. So I guess we'll see case by case. I'll let you know.
You know who'd be a good person to ask? Would probably Mike Peterson, because I know he has a Shopify store through Printful. So we should ask him about returns.
Because it kind of would work the same way.
Yeah, you would think, yeah.
I'm going to go attack Mike Peterson. Oh, speaking of that, is he going to be in Denver? Can we talk about that?
He's not going to be in Denver for personal reasons. I don't want to say anything, but he's a good friend of the podcast, and I know he's a good friend of yours as well. So it's not anything bad. He's having some personal issues. That's all I'll say. Okay,
cool. I'll be there.
Yeah, you'll be there. I'll be there.
I'll just dress up like him and I'll give his talk. How about that?
No, don't do that. You got to come as Margaret.
Can't I do both?
No. we're so Glenn and I we're working on getting another speaker to replace Mike.
I talked to Joe, but I think there's stuff he can't come.
Get Joe to come. He don't have nothing.
I think if we paid for him, he would come. But
have him come.
I know he needs to come. Anyway. Family Fun Stuff wants to know if you sell an item on Etsy, do you charge the tax from your state you live in or where Printful is from?
I'm sorry, say that again?
It's a tax type question.
Yeah, that's from my understanding. Again, I am not a CPA. If you guys want tax advice, you really need to go talk to your CPA. From my understanding, you charge tax for sales within your own state. That's my understanding. Again, I could be wrong. I'm not the person to be asking about taxes.
Yeah, again, that's what I think too. I mean, also, every state's different, but unless they change the laws about internet taxes and things, I charge for. I don't do it on Etsy. I do it on eBay though, but I have to pay state sales to. If a shirt sells or if something sells that's in my state, going from me to somebody else in Texas, then I have to collect sales tax. But if it's something I sell to Arkansas, I don't collect.
Right. And that's my understanding as well. Again, it's probably best to go talk to a CPA about that.
Yeah, agreed.
Maybe I should reach out to mine as well. Talk to him. Note to self, call Abe.
Oh, American Yesteryear has a good point. I didn't think about that because I don't do this. American Yesteryear says, Young, okay, you know when you do the shirt mock-ups and it gives you the two options, the flat and the wrinkled? Are you choosing both of those for your mock-ups, or are you selecting just one of them? Because she's saying, or he, if you choose both of them, it can cause the duplicate listings.
I don't know. I can't remember. I know what she's talking about. I know what she's saying. So I'm going to try that tonight then. Thank you for that. Yeah, no, thank you for that. I'm going to try that. Because I've never really paid attention to that. I just click what I think is would be a good mock-up, and then I'll just go from there.
Yeah, that might be it.
That might be it. Thank you. I'm going to try it.
Yeah.
See, again, I mean, this is why we're having this conversation, because again, I'm just 2.5 weeks into it. I'm not an expert, so.
Nope. But hey, it's fun, right?
It is fun.
Okay, let's see. We talked about returns. Hi, everybody in the chat. Go over there and give us a thumbs up. We got 10 thumbs up.
Thumbs up.
My chat is really short, so let me try to pop it out so I can.
I can't even see it. You know, I
can't see it
because I should have. I should have opened it up when we first got on. But
let's see. Lots of customer. I have a bunch of questions, but I want to make sure I tackle any that pop in.
Sure.
That are here live. Debbie says, I've read there's lots of customer service required on Etsy. Buyers have lots of questions. Sometimes I had a question, but no more than eBay.
I mean, you know, I get people message me. I've had a few messages already. People asking, oh, could you send me the sizing chart, things like that. And yeah, you know, on Etsy you do have to provide customer service. Just consider it like eBay. I mean, you know, you have to answer the questions, but you just don't have the inventory in your house. You know, all that is hands off.
Does Printful have the sizing chart that I wonder if you could just like put that as one of your images? You know what I mean? So
I didn't find any. So what I've been doing is, you know how you can choose the shirts like Bella and Canvas, and then it has like that shirt code like 6681.
Yeah.
Does that make sense? So what I do is I'll just go to I'll just do a Google search, Bella Canvas 6681. It'll show up, and then when I click on it, it goes to the Bella Canvas site, and they'll have a sizing chart.
Yeah, that's a good idea. Yeah.
Does that make sense?
Oh yeah. Because then you're just pointing them like, here's the shirt that you're going to be getting. Here's a link to go see the sizing. Yeah.
Yeah. You looked a little confused there for a second. I was like, does that make sense?
No, I'm trying to think about two things at once, which is like.
Okay.
Yeah. So Debbie in the chat's asking, do we remit sales tax to our state, or does Etsy? She says, I do it for eBay, so no big deal. Yeah. Again, not CPA, but because I do both, I sell on eBay and Etsy vintage stuff. I always, it's the same deal. You submit your own state sales tax. Yeah. Okay. Just ask the chat. Okay. That was a question mark, and I saw it, but it wasn't for us. Okay. So I'm going to sidestep any more tax questions. So check with your CPA about taxes.
Yeah, I don't know that much about taxes.
Because there's a few other tax type questions there. Okay, so someone on Facebook had asked, did you upload the designs that you use for merch? Can you do that?
Yeah, so you can't. So this is what I've been doing. So this is what I've noticed. I've noticed Etsy is a little more, it's a little more crafty. It's a little more, what's a good word? Yeah, it's
granola.
Granola.
Frou-frou.
It's just, I think Etsy requires a little more better graphic shirts. So I think shirts with just random text, stuff like that probably won't fly on Etsy, in my opinion. Again, what do I know? I'm just 2.5 weeks into it. So I've been uploading designs that are more elaborate. They're more fun, more colorful. They're not just text. They're a combination of both, and they've been doing relatively good.
I can't wait for you to show me some.
It's not going to happen. So basically, to answer your question, yes, you can cross-post, but I'm not doing that. I'm uploading, me personally, I'm uploading more elaborate designs on Etsy.
Looking, let's see. Okay. Okay. So Steven says, I just sold a text-based design, so it's a possibility.
Hey, so again.
Yeah.
I'm not always right.
Yeah, but we're both new at it, so yeah. Okay. Here's a good question, because I have a question about this as well. So, are you only selling shirts right now on Etsy?
Shirts, but different types, right? I'm doing tank tops. I'm doing, you know what's really popular? Are crop tops, the women's crop top.
Really?
Because I swear, you know, I get notifications every time someone favorites my designs or my shirts, and the majority of them are crop tops.
That's good to know. I wouldn't.
Oh, and here's another thing. All my customers have been women. So it seems like they're, most of the majority of the people on Etsy are women or female. I mean, I could be wrong, but I mean, looking at my sales data, they've all been female.
This is true. Maybe that's why my motorboating shirt hasn't sold.
Are you being serious? Right
I am totally being serious.
Oh, wow, that's funny.
The only reason I'm saying is because we made it in one of my videos. We did, you know how to do these videos where we make shirts together on the video. And so I did. And so that was the first one I uploaded to Printful was my motorboating shirt. And I'm like, oh, you know what? You're right. It is usually women. So, I mean, sure, there are probably women that like motorboating as much as the guys, but.
Sure.
I mean,
but yeah, I mean, my design's been, you know, they've been kind of both, I guess, unisex designs, if that's what you want to call it.
Okay,
but yeah, so tons of people are liking the crop tops.
They would lend themselves to motorboating. Maybe I should put it on them. Okay. Okay. So okay, here's something too I've thought about because I've started uploading, but I've been doing t-shirts, mugs, bags, and it looks really weird when I look in my shop because then it's like a whole row and a half of like a shirt, a tank top, a onesie, a mug, a bag, all the same design, and it just looks weird to me. So
it does look like it's all over the place. Yeah, I get it.
I'm like, should I set up a separate, like I have one for adult stuff and like one for like baby onesies and tank tops and baby shirts?
So that's what I'm doing. I know exactly what you're talking about. It's called sections, right? You can create sections, men's, women's, onesies,
No, I mean set up like a separate shop. Like have two.
Oh,
Printful shops on Etsy. Like one is just for, you know, t-shirts and clothing. One is for hard goods. One is for baby and toddler stuff, or just like put it all in one.
No, I would just have. I mean, if they're the same designs, just on different products, just have it in one shop.
Okay.
That's just my opinion.
I mean, yeah, I'm just like, oh, it looks so funny. Okay.
I mean, if you're gonna have the different designs on different products, then I would say yeah. But if it's the same design, but then you have two different stores, it might confuse people.
Well, that's true, and it's a pain. It's such a pain to go back and forth between stores.
Yeah.
Okay. So how many listings have you got up so far?
You know, that's a good question. I think somewhere between 40 and 50 designs, and I have close to 300 products.
Okay, yeah. So how are you pricing on there?
Oh, premium. Oh man, so basically whatever Printful has by default is what I'm charging. For sweaters and hoodies, I'm charging a little more. So yeah, so basically whatever's in there by default by Printful.
Just go with it.
So yeah. So for instance, I think the unisex T-shirts, the retail price that they suggest is $25. For the bigger sizes, they do charge more, but I do the same price all across the board.
Okay, the next question is, do you have to fill out the customer info on Printful and then or does it like do it on its own? Does it get sent over there automatically when someone buys it?
No, it's all automatic. I did have an issue with one customer who said, "Oh, okay, I just ordered your shirt, but I want you to ship it to this address." So I changed that on the Printful side manually, but it won't. But when you change it manually on the Printful side, it doesn't change it on the Etsy side. So even though I changed it on the Printful side, the guy came back and said, "Hey, I asked you to change my address." I'm like, "I did." I'm like, you know, and I gave him a screenshot. It just wasn't showing on the Etsy side.
Okay. Well, that's good to know because they do sometimes like, don't send it to me. Yeah. So eBoy says, but you have to pay fees for each Etsy listing, right?
Yeah, and that'd be a good question for Margaret. It's like just 20 cents per listing.
Yeah, it's 20 cents. And again, there's a link down below to get started, to get 40 free listings when you start a new Etsy shop. And it's only 20 cents and it lasts for 4 months.
Yeah, and guys, it's like we said earlier, it's the cost of doing business.
That's like for 20 cents for 4 months, what's that? For times 3 is like 60 cents a year.
I mean, you tell me of any other business that you can start with just 20 cents a listing.
Yeah, and then
I mean, if you guys are concerned about 20 cents a listing, this probably isn't the business for you. I'm sorry if I sound mean, but it's just, guys, it's just, those are business expenses.
Yeah, and then like this is one of the reasons I love selling on Etsy over eBay is that at the end, like the final value fees and all of those type of fees, like eBay's is this much. Well, Etsy's 3.5%. So even the back end fees are way lower. So yeah, 20 cents for 4 months. That's right, American Hustle. Yeah, okay. Well, 5 cents per listing. Yeah, it is. It's so cheap, right? It's so cheap.
It's again, it's the cost of doing business.
Yeah. Let's see. I have all these squished together, so I'm trying to break them apart. We answered that one. Okay, this was a fun one. How do you always get so dang lucky with online selling? This is something brand new, and you already have an Etsy store. How the heck did you sell so much so fast?
Again, it's just good design, right? I mean, I have the edge because, again, I graduated with a degree in graphic design. But, you know, I always say you should always, even if you're not doing your own designs, at least invest in a good designer, pay that premium price. I'll tell you guys this right now. I was on a website called Behance. This is something that I talked about in the past. And I go on there frequently and I look at other people's design, and I came across a design that I really liked that this kid made, okay? And I reached out to him. I said, hey, I really like this design. I'm like, can I buy this off you? Can I have the rights to this design? I really like it. And this kid goes, oh, yeah, I would love to sell it to you. $50. I was like, you know what? I'll pay you $125. He was ecstatic. So I paid him $125 for one design. Granted, I admit, I'm not going to lie. I'm not going to mislead people. I haven't sold that design yet, but it is getting tons of impressions, and it's just a matter of when it sells. But, I mean, good design. Again, I paid $125 for this design.
Yeah. And if you see something you really like, then
I really liked it. I thought it was, I thought that was a fair price for it. He only wanted $50. I was like, no, I'll pay you $125. Yeah,
and that's good, because then if you ever, want to go use him again or find designs from him again, he knows that you're not.
Yeah, I'm not here to rip anyone off. I mean, I'll pay a premium price when I see it.
Okay, so Richard's telling Debbie, now I'm missing it. Oh, is there a limit to how many Etsy stores we can have? Debbie, you must link all your Etsy shops in your profile. Not sure how many though. And then Debbie says, yeah, I heard of someone getting banned from Etsy for not linking all his stores. Interesting.
From not what?
From not linking all his stores.
I
mean, I think I'll have to go look into that, because I've had these 2 stores forever, so I must have linked them. Etsy knows that I'm the same.
I only have one, so.
Yeah, so that's good to know. That's good to know. Yeah, they're pretty strict on Etsy, so they have a high. I think to maintain that sort of clientele on Etsy, because they do get people that are willing to spend more money.
True.
They've got to make sure that their platform is really clean.
I get it. No, I mean, it's a lot of the stuff is handmade, and it's not eBay where you negotiate some cheap prices.
Yeah, I do. However, well, I mean, I don't know if you could really do that with this, but on my vintage stuff, I have that. Like, I'm always willing to work on prices, but with this, I don't think I would do that.
Yeah.
Nope. Okay, so those are. I can't believe we blew through all those questions already. I'm looking back in the chat, like, did I miss it?
Any more?
I know, because it's like, wow, okay. Illustrations more than graphics, more than, how elaborate are your shirts? It says illustrations more than graphics, more than text. I don't know. I think your shirts are a mix of graphics and text, right?
It's a combination, yeah. It's a combination.
Yeah. Okay. Yeah. So, hey, thanks for coming.
Yeah, no, that was fun. I mean, if that's it, I mean, it was fun. I thought this was going to be a show with you and your posse.
My posse.
I was like, where the boys at?
Oh no, it's you and me.
Okay.
Mano. No, I wanted to just hang out with you. I get to talk to them all the time.
Yeah, no, I must have missed. I totally misunderstood you. I thought we were doing your weekly merch talk thing show.
No. Next time. Oh, I'm sorry. Did you want the guys?
Hmm? Oh no, trust me, I don't want the guys. No,
I'll make sure to get the guys for you.
Joe and them, you know, they can do their own thing.
I'll bring the guys.
Yeah. No, that's what I thought we were doing. I thought we were doing merch talk. I was like, where's everyone?
Yeah, they had to go do their stuff. So, but yeah, okay. So Denver, you want to talk about Denver real quick because there's a couple weeks away.
So a couple of weeks away, we're doing a informal. See, I hate saying it's a conference. It's a meetup / seminar. Glenn and I were putting it together. Margaret's going to be there. She's going to be one of the presenters. We've got Travis from Design Candy. Mike was supposed to come, but again, he unfortunately can't make it. So we're working on getting a speaker to replace him. $60 to register. We're actually almost sold out. I think we have maybe 2 or 3 spots left. We're gonna lunch is included. We're buying you guys lunch. We're not doing this to make a profit. In fact, we're losing money, considering that Glenn and I both have to fly out there, pay for our hotels, the rental of the meeting room, all that. So yeah, it'll be a good opportunity for you guys to come out and hang out with me and Margaret and Glenn and some other people within the community and just kind of learn from each other, right?
Yeah, I'm excited.
I'm excited. I've never been to Denver, so I'm really looking forward to it.
Yeah, I mean, and I've met you. I've hung out with you and Glenn. It feels weird to say met. I met you in person, but I'm excited to meet some of the other people that are going to be there in person and like.
You know, I met Greg. I think his last name is Johnson. I'm sorry, Greg. I just can't remember. But he lives out in Denver. Mm-hmm. Great guy. I had a fun time hanging out with him. So he'll be there. Just, you know, it's like whenever you hang out with like-minded individuals, it's so much fun, and you learn so much from other people, right? Like, I never said that I'm an expert. So when I go and talk to people and I find out what they're doing, I'm like, man, I can do that too.
Yeah.
Right. I mean, a good example is, you know, I was at the merch conference in Seattle, and Debbie Harvey was giving me a pep talk on how to fill up my slots. Right. Again, you know, that's something that, you know, some information that she gave me. You know, again, I never claimed that I'm an expert, and you know, I'm gonna do that. I'm gonna do what she told me and try to fill up my slots.
Yeah, I mean, just little nuggets of just.
Oh yeah.
You're sitting around, you're gonna have a beverage, and you're just kind of.
Oh yeah.
Here's the thing: you get Jan drunk, and then he'll show you his designs.
No, I don't think that'll ever happen. Okay.
That's my strategy for this meeting.
It's not gonna happen. I'm not gonna have my smartphone on me or nothing. Stay away from Margaret.
Go to the pool.
Stay away from Margaret.
Mai Tais.
I'll drink the Mai Tais. I just won't have my phone on me.
Better you up. No, I'm kidding.
But yeah. So the actual meetup will be on Friday, October 6th. All the information is in the Facebook group, the Merch Minds Facebook group. But then we'll be there all weekend. I'll be there all weekend, so you know we can hang out, go on hikes or whatever you guys do in Denver. I don't know. Yeah, it'll be fun.
I'm not bringing my hiking shoes. I'm not coming to Denver for hikes.
We'll figure something out. We'll do something.
I'll bring shoes. I'm teasing.
We'll do something. I don't know what people do in Denver, but I mean I know it's a very outdoorsy town, city, whatever you want to call it, and we'll figure something out. It's
gonna be fun. Because originally it was just like, let's go to Denver and have some coffee and talk merch, And then
just kind of morphed into, well, let's have like a little mini conference, seminar, meetup, whatever the hell you want to call it.
Yeah.
So it'll definitely be fun.
Well, and here's the thing. Okay, so this is kind of aside to this about meeting with people to talk about stuff. So I don't know if I started a Patreon for my merch stuff. And so one of the things in there is that we will get together and have like a little private hangout and just chat, like things that we may not talk about publicly. And so that just hanging out with people, it's just nice to sit and talk to people like-minded people that are, I don't know.
No, and I've always said this, right? I've said this in the podcast. That's probably one of the best part about going to conferences or just meeting people in general, right? Is the networking.
Yeah.
Like, there's, you can create so many opportunities, meet so many people, and it's just, I love attending conferences. Just not for my day job. I don't like attending conferences for my day job. But for stuff like this, I love going to conferences.
Yeah, and I'm sure most of the merch groups, you could probably do a shout out like, hey, anybody in the Denver area that wants to hang out, anybody in Houston that wants to have a get together, and we can go sit and talk merch, Yeah,
and that's a great point. If people can't just, if they just for some reason can't afford to go to conferences, just do a local meetup.
Yeah, totally.
Yeah. Have a local meetup once a month.
Debbie's asking if y'all are going to charge for a replay from the conference.
So we've been having people request that we do record. Our intention was to not record initially, but we're getting so many requests from people. I think we might do it. In fact, I'm almost positive we will. But we will have to charge you guys because it's not fair for people who paid to attend, right? Yeah. And then just give that information to everyone for free. So it'll be a small price, but I'm almost positive that we will record the talks.
You gotta pay because most people they don't get to see my legs. I get comments all the time like, you don't have legs.
They say you don't have legs?
Because I'm always sitting down like doing this,
Oh.
I don't do videos where people see my legs.
Okay.
You have to pay to see
But it depends.
Not like that though.
But it's going to depend on how we record it. Like if we just do this. Well, now are you going to give a presentation like a slideshow?
I thought so. Isn't that what I'm supposed to do?
Okay. Well, then if your talk's based on a presentation, then they're not going to see you. They'll just see your
You have to be in person to see my legs.
Yeah. But regardless, you have to go in person if you want to see Margaret's legs. Otherwise, you're just getting this slideshow.
That's right. You can hear my voice. I don't know how we got it. Forget it.
I was like, your legs? What are we talking about?
No, I get that comment like, you have no legs. Anyway. Lorraine is saying, if we attend the conference, do we get the replay for free?
No, we just answered that. We have to wait. If she attends,
if she goes, will she get the replay for free?
Oh yes, absolutely. We're not going to charge you if you intend to go in for. Yeah, no, you'll get it for free.
Okay, cool. Okay,
so
yay.
I totally misunderstood that question. I'm like, what?
Okay, so go check out Young's website, Geek Hustle. Sign up to get those email notifications, and go follow him on Facebook. Go join the Merch Minds Facebook.
Yeah, I don't do YouTube, but I do. I'm getting into this whole Facebook Live videos. I'm doing those in the group. But yeah, I think if you guys do want to go to the meetup, I had a guy registered this morning, so I think there's like maybe 2 or 3 spots left.
And then you were saying too, like even if you don't want to pay to go to the little mini seminar, you can still go and like hang out because we're going to be there.
Oh, I'll be there all weekend. So even if you guys can't make it to the talk, reach out to me or Margaret or even Glenn, and we can get together like on Saturday or Sunday and we can hang out.
Yeah, because I'm coming Thursday and I'm leaving Sunday, so we'll have. Yeah. That's the only reason I'm coming is to hang out with you guys. So.
Woohoo! Just buy us some drinks, and we'll talk.
Yeah, we'll loosen him up. Okay, well, thanks for coming to talk to me, Young.
Anytime, you know, and I tell you this all the time, you know, normally when you submit an invite, I'm usually at work, and there's so much foot traffic coming into my office, and I just, you know, I would just hate to do that to you on a live show where people just keep interrupting. Fortunately, right now, I'm in one of the conference rooms, but we did get interrupted earlier. A guy came in, I'm like, hey, man, I'm talking to Texas Gal Treasure. Don't interrupt. But yeah, anytime you want to talk, just give me advance notice, regardless of the time, and I can usually make it happen.
Okay, cool. Yay. Will do.
All right.
And thanks, everybody, for coming to watch. Go over there and hit the thumbs up button. And if you are new here, I would love to have you subscribe. My channel is all about making and saving money and showing you different ways to make money. Yeah. So, yay. All right. Thanks again, Young.
Thank you. Bye, guys.
Bye.